Hi everybody, welcome to Lasha Rajenko at High Voltage. I have my Russian Gypsy card deck because I want to find out about the Princess of Wales. If you go back on my readings, I was correct. I wasn't correct. These were correct. But you've got to read between the lines. When I read the meanings of the cards, I will only read the meanings of the cards, and I will only interject my opinion. And this is not fact, okay? It's a tool. And it's a tool, okay? All right, so how are all of you? Just think of the Princess of Wales, Catherine, Kate, however you want to, or address her, but you should address people and things, animals by their right name, and she is the honorary, Your Royal Highness, the Princess of Wales, and she was given an honorary title in the order of honorary people, I think, something along those lines, and she was given that by King Charles III, the 65th person in 107 years. Okay, how is okay, I put them down. How am I gonna do this? Shoot. Okay, I put them down. I cut with my left hand toward me, and then the idea is you match up the cards, okay? Because nobody trusts anybody anymore nowadays, that's why I wanted to show which cards come up, and you match them like, you just match the pictures up and then read what comes out. The bear is about survival and your basic instincts and basic survival in reference to health and wealth and family. And right now it's endangered. That's what that card means. And I will read the exact. Now, she also received the money in the third, because even though she received the bear, hang on. Even though she received the bear, you see how she also received the money? All right? That's how they match up. And for all of you Google sleuths out there, I personally, in my own opinion, I think that she is with her family. I do not think she's at the palace. I think she's with her family, and I think William probably spends a lot of time with the Middletons, or the Middletons are at the palace or something. But she's with her family, because one of the things that can cure illnesses is positive energy. And maybe I'm a little offbeat, and somebody, and we all know who it is, has trampled on her feelings. And if you think that William will have anything to do with Harry, he never will. And why those royal titles have not been stripped from at least Meghan Markle. She's a shit disturber. Okay, fortunately, she got some really good cards. Let me get my book. This is the trusty book. All right, so I'll read the bear, and the bear was in the first, and it's number 15. I used to know these absolutely off by heart. Okay, so just let's get right to the point here. Work effort with good results, middle duration. And she's in the middle of her treatments right now, and she received it in the first position. So with caution, happiness will not elude you. What you want is out there and can be obtained by you. It will bring you happiness as well, but you must be careful. Don't rush in. As cautioned by the old proverb, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Let me repeat. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Huh. Well, that line I can use for a lot of things. The picture usually deals with aspects relating to the basic survivals, which would include things like job, business, or any projects that will bring in that doesn't even make sense. Anyways, in the long run, it'll make your life more complete. So whatever she's doing right now is the right thing. Money. Now, I remember when Catherine was married, before I get to the money picture, do you remember when Catherine was married and the Middletons paid for the wedding? They split it with King Charles, and when the father gave the daughter away, the reason I think that that was narrated or addressed out to the public was to show that it was a really smart publicity move, because when you go to that one piece of footage and the narrators say something along the lines of, don't quote me on the words, but what they were basically implying that the Middletons paid for half the wedding, and they wouldn't allow anything to be paid for their daughter until she was married to William. In other words, the dress, everything. Catherine went to the same school that Prince William did, so it's not like she grew up poor and worked her way up like Meghan Markle. Same thing, different country. They were both commoners. They were both married into the royal family, and I think that Meghan is evil and has made Catherine absolutely ill. So let's get to the money. And I think that's why also Meghan was so jealous of Catherine, because see, Meghan absolutely Googled everything about that royal family and then did the complete opposite and unraveled everything that Harry knew. Whether she knew she was doing it at the time, or she realized after she was doing it, or whether those people, like, she's a psychopath. Like, she's right up there with DM. Okay? I mean DT. Or who was Donald, that chicken? Oh, that was Elmer Fudd. Sorry. Okay, Catherine and the money. Yeah, so Catherine's parents paid for half, and Meghan just let the whole royal family fit the whole bill. Like, did she plan on having a networking party at her wedding? People still talk about this shit. And you know what? And so they should. Because you know what the really cool part about history now is? I'll tell you the cool part about history. Andrew Lowney doesn't have to spend 15 years of his life going through Parliament to get documents about Prince Andrew and Charles and all the rest of them. Because what did Andrew do on those trade missions that he was on? And where did the money go? And where did the Big E's money come from? I think the Big E's money is from the Maxwell Fund that went missing, allegedly. Anyways, Catherine and money, we know there's no problem, but I think that's why Meghan Markle is so damn jealous of her. When you look at these little tiny tidbits that people miss, does anybody remember that commentary when Kate and William got married about the Middleton family fitting half the bill? And Meghan Markle just took full frickin' advantage. I mean, it was just, I remember watching that wedding in the wheelchair, and I said to my mother, I'm not watching this. Canadian taxpayers are helping pay for this, and I'm sitting here, and a surgeon, in my opinion, got away with murder. Not literal murder, but, you know, he murdered a part of me. Anyways, where's the money? Okay, you're going to find success and profit in undertaking. It just talks about stocks and bonds and this type of thing. Make sure you check the dates to minimize your profits if you're beginning a new business. I bet you this has to do with her charities coming up when she gets better. 39. Your feelings will be trampled upon. Immediate. Oh gosh. What's in the news now? This is an external action over which you have no control. Your spouse, lover, child, or parent will do something to hurt you. The person either will not care or will not realize that he or she is hurting you. Those closest to you usually hurt you the most, but the picture also can refer to people in your life, such as teachers, employers, or even friends. You can't do anything to avoid the hurt, only brace yourself to minimize the pain. Yeah, so you know what? Here's a message for you, Meghan and Harry. Just stop the BS. You know how many people talk about you folks? Oh, I'm sure you know. They're such twits. Just tone deaf. What did my mother say? And idiotic buffoons. Anyways, at the end, Catherine got two really, she got a good card. You notice there's a castle there? Well, that means security and health in old age. It also means the Cavalier, if you've asked a question, the answer is positive, meaning she's getting better. Also, the cat means somebody's going to charm you into doing something you don't want to do. So that's maybe where the palace is putting pressure on her to do something she doesn't want to do in terms of coming out earlier than she wants to. Okay? And also, the moon picture means things are not always what they seem. Okay? And if you want to check up those meanings yourself, the book is called Russian Gypsy Fortune Telling Card, Svetlana Alexandrovna Tochkov. Okay? Now, a couple of other things I wanted to say, and this is the truth in my opinion about Meghan Markle. She's an unstoppable train wreck. The only difference between, well, there's a lot of differences between her and Wallace Simpson. First of all, Wallace Simpson didn't want to marry David. She did not want him to leave the throne. And there's so many misconceptions out there about Wallace Simpson, and I think it's wholly tragic. Because as far as I'm concerned, Harry inherited some of his great uncle's genes. The thing I'm confused about the Mountbattens, is this the Mountbatten that loved children, that mentored Charles? The royal family has lied about a lot of things, and I don't respect them anymore at all. I respect Anne and Edward, even though we don't know a lot about them. That's the best way. You know, if people just really want to go on their way and do their charities in private, that's what they should do. The only reason I'm doing this on a public forum is because I am just a person. I'm not Princess Anne. You know? And why did Oprah Winfrey take that interview off her website? You cannot find that interview anywhere unless you downloaded it onto your phone. Anybody who has that interview, could you email it to me? Or is that not allowed? If that's not allowed, I take it back. It was a joke, ha ha. Catherine's gonna be fine, but Meghan Markle is an unstoppable train wreck. She's a psychopath at its finest. She Googled everything about Harry and the past and the history, and she is trying to undo the monarchy as we know it today. And if Prince Charles has pancreatic cancer and walks around, what are they giving him? But Princess Catherine doesn't come out. See, that's what makes me a little nervous, and that's why I reach to those cards for a little hope, and that's what people do. And that's why I don't charge for readings. And how much more can Prince William take? I don't, you know, if he's the future King of England, fine. But we all know they're people, they're not robots. The other thing, Joe Biden, what's keeping him standing? And I mean that in no cruel way. He should be resting at his age. Not president. Those jobs are for, well, I mean, they say retirement is what kills you, and not having a purpose and boredom is what can kill you. And that's why I think a lot of people that don't have a lot of money turn toward other activities, and that's why I think when you're too rich, they turn to a form of other nefarious activities, if you understand what I'm saying. Like the marshmallow. Does everybody remember who marshmallow stands for? Puffy marshmallows. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care of yourselves. I'll do the same. And that is a wrap. And if you don't know what rap is, you have to go find out. It's like a treasure hunt. And I know that you want to hit the subscribe button. You want to like, and you want to participate in this conversation, because if there's no comments about Catherine, I'll be a little worried.